Now, y'all know how I feel about the whole body positivity movement. It's garbage. It's trash. It is a movement that encourages people to be unhealthy. It is turned into more so a fat acceptance movement. People come in all shapes and sizes. Totally understand that. But what it's generally turned into is encouraging bad behavior, encouraging bad health. And it's going to get a lot of people killed. Let's just be 100 with it. And in this post, someone did a great job of pointing that out and as this example, which lets you know this has nothing to do with health. And quite often it doesn't. But if you take a look at this, if you're watching this live on youtube.com/YoungRipper59, you see that this was one post, right? And it was talking about how COVID-19 is deadly or more deadly for people that have obesity issues. Now, this is something that we long knew. We've known this for a while now, that people that were overweight, people that were obese were having more of the struggles with this virus in comparison to people that, let's say, were more so in shape. They were having a lot less issues. And that can be said for a multitude of other different diseases and illnesses. Obviously, you not being in shape is going to increase the likelihood that you have a severe reaction to a multitude of different things, whether you be hospitalized or unfortunately actually pass away for it. This is a real thing. And unfortunately, with the obsession of the whole body positivity movement, we've moved into this odd sort of thing where people actually not only it'd be one thing to just, okay, you are the way that you are, you know that you're the way that you are, and that's fine. Like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that are overweight that follow me. It is what it is. For those people who know they're assuming a risk, look, it is what it is. That's a risk. That's freedom, right? You have the freedom to be rather unhealthy if that's something that you want to do. Now, the problem I have is with this as we move on, and some of you have seen this, is Cosmopolitan issues that are going to be dropping, coming throughout the month or the next month over the course. And it's just a bunch of these covers that have women that are, let's say, fat. Like it's not like thick in the traditional sense, like, people that just have a big backside and there's nothing they can do with that, and they can tone it all they want. That's not what we're dealing with. We're dealing with someone that has at least 3 chins. That's a problem. Okay? And the issue that I have with this is right there as it says, this is healthy. No, it's not. It's not healthy at all. Now, again, like I said, if it was one, it'd be a whole different thing. If these folks were like, you look, I'm fat as fuck and I'm proud. All right, whatever. I wouldn't encourage that at all. But whatever. If that was how you went about it, that's one thing. But this is a lie. This is a lie. This is not healthy. Okay? It's not. It's not. And the fact that folks are skirting around this issue is mind-boggling, and I guess that's where we're at from a cultural standpoint, where people are walking on eggshells, where you can't call fat people fat anymore, and it's like seen as this negative thing, or not necessarily seen as a negative thing, because like I said, I wouldn't encourage you just to walk up to this if you saw someone that was walking down the street or in the store that was built like this, and you just walked up to them and just said, hey, you're a fat ass. That's not, I wouldn't encourage anything like that. Okay, at all. That's not a thing that I would encourage. However, if this was your friend or something, I would hope that you would have enough decency to care about your friend enough to understand that this is not a healthy lifestyle, right? And that's what I believe, that if I got to where I was ever big as a walrus, I would hope that my friends would pull me aside and say, hey, man, you got to get that shit under control because you're risking your life. And a lot of these people, have kids and all of this stuff that they're raising. And, you'd hate to be in a situation where you're removed from their life just because of either your poor eating habits, or more so the combination of you not eating well and also not moving. Okay? Some of y'all are attracted to this. Not even discussing that. Don't even care to discuss that. If that's your thing or that's how you're built, fine. But when you talk about this as if it's healthy, if that's okay, that's the issue that I have, because this is not a healthy thing. You are destroying your life slowly, albeit, and you are at risk. As you know, we talk about this whole COVID thing, hilariously enough, that comes with its sets of problem if you are built like that. And a lot of people in America are built like this. Now, that brings me back to the point of health. Isn't it hilarious that a lot of folks that scream about this body positivity bullcrap, it seems to be among the same crowd that wants free healthcare? Ain't that something? Any of y'all ever noticed that? You pay attention to that? That the whole body positivity movement, it seems to go hand in hand with a lot of these more cultural leftists, progressives, that advocate for things like healthcare being controlled by way of the state. Now, why is that? I think that's a conversation worth having. And this is also why universal healthcare is a stupid thing, a very stupid thing, especially here, where you have a lot of folks that are obese, but it's stupid regardless. I mean, never mind the fact that you're forcing people to pay for other people's healthcare and the issues that come with that, with the whole, you got folks in Canada, that are coming down to America because they can't get service because, their issue, unfortunately, is seen as like this non-urgent thing, right? Now, I don't want to ever live in a situation like that. However, these folks are living badly. And what they want to happen is for other people, be it, not just rich people, taxpayers, to subsidize their bad behavior, their bad actions. Because you know what doesn't come with the push for universal health care? Mandatory exercising. You ever hear anybody that talks about free healthcare saying that? Talk about mandatory exercising along with the so you can, not be a burden on the healthcare system. You ever hear anybody discuss that? Of course not. Of course not. You don't ever hear that. They don't discuss that. It's not even on the table. So what it is they want everybody else to subsidize their bad behavior. So if they get diabetes or anything else in combination with their bad eating habits, they want it to be subsidized by other people, which is criminal as far as I am concerned. But it goes to show that none of this is about health. They don't care about helping individuals out. Otherwise, they have enough sense to say this is not a way to live. Being built like that is not a way to live. That's not a way to live. It's not a way to live. This body positivity movement is something that is out of control. And like I talked about in my last video where I discussed this, I don't believe that it's ever too late to start taking your body seriously. You got older. I get it. Metabolism started to slow down. You're not moving around as much. It's never too late to make a positive change in that direction. To take care of your body. You'd be surprised how much better you feel. And even in your mind, when you're consistently working out, as an example. And because there's so many different ways, and, definitely we got this whole Instagram culture where everybody has these different exercises, different ways to be fit. I'm one of those guys that has to run around. I've never been the guy that just sit up there and pump iron. That's not how I've ever been. I'm a guy that has to have cardio mixed into what it is that he does. But there's a million ways to get it. Right. And if you couple that with, definitely if you're not working out like a horse, you're probably going to need to upgrade your eating habits in combination with that to ensure that you don't get big as a walrus. But either way, there's a bunch of ways to get it. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad advice out there that I can see can be intimidating, but you got to start somewhere. Do not listen to these crackheads who are sitting here encouraging you to be built very badly and encouraging you to not take care of your health. And you know that they don't care about your health because they will sit there and acknowledge the fact that all of these people with these issues, such as obesity, are having more so issues with COVID-19, all while then telling you that that's healthy. That lets you know this is not about any of that. It's just that, and that's the thing. It comes with a set of discipline to be able to work out consistently, eating right. That comes with a set, definitely if you've been doing it bad for so long, that comes with this certain set of discipline and hard work that, to be honest, a lot of folks don't possess. They don't even want to take the first step there, which is why it's easier to say, okay, how about this? We just make up a narrative and we just say that people that are unhealthy are healthy people, and then we're done with it. It's a lot easier to do that than it is to say, okay, you are in terrible shape, do something about it. And unfortunately, you have a lot of people, these magazines that are in such, who are sitting here trying to usher in this new generation of folks that encourage this bad behavior and encourage people to be built like this. And it's certainly unhealthy. I will never get on board with this nonsensical body positivity movement because, again, it's encouraging people to be unhealthy. So I'm going to say it like this, and I'm in the segment like this. Get off of your fat ass. Move around. If you're watching this, do some jumping jacks after you've seen this video. Some damn push-ups, couple of sit-ups, reverse crunch, V-ups, something. Go box, go kickbox, CrossFit, damn it, go play basketball. Something. Do something. So that you can feel better, you can look better, and you can achieve more. Don't listen to these crackheads. Please.